We start in the Premier League, where the table looks like this after the one match on Friday. Leeds 3-0 winners away to Aston Villa. Villa missing out on a chance to go top of the table. Leeds all the way up to third on the strength of a Patrick Bamford hat trick in the second half. For more reaction, we welcome in Frank Leboeuf and Steve Nicol. Frank, I'll start with you. Villa, clearly the favorites coming into this one. Like we said, chance to go top of the table at home. Leeds are not just fun to watch. They're pretty good, aren't they?
They're absolutely fantastic. I mean, the way they play, the commitment of the players, have shown to the world of football that Leeds is a great team. Even Villa, with being the best defense in the Premier League, can cope with the situation where, and you saw that even at the 90th minutes, where Leeds got the ball and counter-attack with 5 or 6 players. And it's absolutely fantastic to see that total football, that the commitment against of the players, working very hard all together, physically being on the top of the top. Now, even if I enjoyed the game, even if I enjoy everything of the game and all the movement of Leeds, even of Aston Villa at the beginning of the game, I know what Mr. Bielsa is capable of. Everybody's going to love him. He's going to be an attraction. He's going to be absolutely fantastic to all Leeds fans. But I have to wait. I have to wait because I've seen that with Olympique Marseille. I've seen 6 fantastic months and 6 horrible months from Olympique Marseille. So I want to be optimistic. I want to wish the best to Leeds. I want to hope that what I saw with Marseille is not gonna happen with Leeds. But I've known the past of Mr. Bielsa has always been like that. So I want to wait and see before giving a statement from Mr. Bielsa. But what I saw today is absolutely what I want to see in the Premier League. 2 teams working hard to try to win a game and giving 100% of their capacity. And I really enjoy the game.
Stevie, wonder what you make of the Leeds performance today, but also the point that Frank mentions, like, is it sustainable over the course of a Premier League season, the way Bielsa has this team play?
Well, I would agree with Frank that they look great going forward. The movement is absolutely fantastic. And they only won 3-0 today, and I know Bamford got a hat-trick, but you kind of wonder if they had a couple more accomplished finishers up front, how many goals this team could score. Because they probably may have had 10, they ended up with 3. I mean, that's how good they were going forward. But it's all about the movement and all about the overlapping runs. And basically it's about everybody running at 100 miles an hour for 90 minutes. I don't think that is sustainable, not over the course of a season. You know, basically what they'll have to do is make sure they've got enough points before they run out of gas, because it doesn't look like they're going to play any other way. I actually like, you know, Bielsa's a bit old-fashioned. You know, he basically puts his team on the field and it says to the opposition, right, this is how we play. You know this is how we play, but you're going to have to come and beat us because we're going to try and do what we do best, regardless of what you do. I love that attitude. Unfortunately, the way they do play is about as draining physically as it's possible to be. And I'm not so sure they'll last the whole season. So, as I said, if they can get 45 points before they blow a gasket, then hey, they're great to watch.
Frank,
Sebi, what is very interesting, Sebi, what is very interesting is to see that, and we have to give all the credits to Bielsa, with almost the same players, Leeds finished like 13th in the championship before Bielsa arrived. Last year he came and put them up to the Premier League. We see how the player believes in him, and how much he can bring to the team. But that's the main problem. He's going to use the players as much as he can, and at a certain point, the players won't follow because they're going to be almost dead, you know, because of the work that Bielsa is asking and the commitment he's asking. So that's where it's going to be problems coming up.
Stevie, the other side of this, obviously Aston Villa missing out on a huge opportunity. They suffer their first defeat of the season, their first drop points of the season in the Premier League. And really disappointing, I thought, after the first goal from Leeds, like there was no response from Aston Villa. You thought Leeds needed the second goal more than Villa needed their first.
Well, unfortunately, Villa scored 7 against a team called Liverpool a couple of weeks ago.
Left them
and
all
so
there.
everybody's looking for that every time they step on the field. And it's just impossible for them to do that. And the truth is, Aston Villa are a side who are probably going to finish up mid-table. And the performance against Liverpool was one of those days where every one of their players was absolutely at their best. You know, McGinn going forward, Ollie Watkins with a hat-trick, Barkley scoring, Jack Grealish absolutely on top of his game. So that was one of those games. Today you saw an Aston Villa side who, when they're not at their best, will lose games. And that's basically what it was. They got outran and they got outplayed. And it's going to happen to them. It's not going to happen to them as much as it did last year. You know, they had a great escape last year. But I think the signings they've made are really good. So I think we should try and put Liverpool, or scoring 7 against Liverpool aside, and really look at this team for what it is. And it's a team that will not get relegated. It's a team that will not be fighting for the top 4 or top 6. It's a team that will be fighting to stay in the middle of the pack and will be there on merit.
Frank, Aston Villa gets off to this perfect start. People are asking, are they for real? Are they legit? Did we get some of our answer today, and is it negative?
We shouldn't be too negative about Aston Villa. As Stevie said, you know, they're going to finish maybe mid-table, but I'm not disappointed with their performance. They did very well, and I think they worked hard, and Grealish had a very good game, and we saw some very positive actions about the Villains, and they did what they had to do, and they showed, you know, consistency on what they're capable of doing. But it's true that after the first goal, they didn't react. And defensively, on the second and the third goal, I mean, it's like everybody was really absent from the defense, especially the third goal when there were 4 defenders and didn't move to close Bamford possibilities. So we shouldn't see Aston Villa finishing in the first 4 places, because that will be being, you know, not realistic. But finishing in the top 10, it's possible. They have a good defense, they work hard, they have a very good goalkeeper, they have talented players like McGinn, like Grealish and some others, and they can, if they work hard, you know, finish in the top 10. Well, it's the first defense against a team who really put you through lots of tiredness after an hour, because they run everywhere, and it's the worst time to play against Leeds. I'm not sure Aston Villa playing in March. Next March against Leeds will be the same scenario. So we shouldn't be too harsh on Aston Villa, I think, today.
Let's move ahead towards the weekend.
Can I add something?
Yes, Stevie.
Seb, can I add something? I don't know whether it's just me, but is there anybody else getting a little sick of watching Jack Grealish falling over in the field all the time? You know, he should have got a yellow card for a dive when he tried to con the referee.
What about Bamford? What about Bamford on Minks?
Well, listen, you can say that as well, but I'm talking in general. You know, Jack Grealish is a fantastic football player, but I'm just getting a little sick of seeing him falling over. And he almost scored the goal of the season so far. He ran from just outside his own penalty area with the ball. He shrugged off a couple of chances, and that was the biggest surprise, because I thought, oh, he's going to get a touch here, and he's going to go down. But he didn't. He stayed on his feet and almost scored an absolute wonder goal. So I hope his manager just has a little word in his ear and says, look, unless you really get knocked down, can you stay on your feet and show us the ability like you did today with what could have been an absolute wonder goal? So I don't know whether it's just me, but it's becoming a bit old, him hitting the deck.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.